It took thousands of people's reputations many years to build the FBI to have public trust, and that one person could come along and destroy it overnight. And James Comey turns out to be one of those people. I think he did terrible damage to the FBI. And putting aside last night's interview, putting aside what is in his book, and some of the testimony even before Congress, if you actually look at the first IG report that came out, because that's part of this as well, and that's fact. It came out from the very impartial Inspector General who had interviewed hundreds of people. You can read between the lines, and you can see from FBI employees who were subordinates to Comey and McCabe that they were very worried about what was going on the 7th floor.
Yeah.
So after seeing him last night and after reading that report Friday, it just makes me ill. To use his quote, it makes me ill, and I'm glad he's gone.
Well, you know, it's really quite extraordinary to me, actually. I think you make so many important points, but it's extraordinary to me that he could come out and you know, name call the president and attack the president at a time that his FBI, his leadership at the FBI is being investigated by 2 congressional committees, major investigations going on right now. And Ed, you know, he says that he felt like it was La Cosa Nostra, the mafia. What should we think about the collusion at the top of the FBI in terms of being all in on the Hillary Clinton, you know, making sure you handle her with white gloves and ignore any misconduct? I mean, that sounds like Cosa Nostra to me, actually. I mean, it's ironic that he uses that term when, in fact, it feels like that's exactly what was going on at the top of the FBI with their abuse of power, which we know, as you point out, Terry, from the IG report, which was dropped Friday night.
Well, I think from my perspective, I've not spent a great deal of time kind of watching this closely, as quite frankly, most of the American public has not. I think if you look at the individual interview last night, he came across as credible. He came across as having some integrity. But I don't know that that is going to be the issue here as we go through the next couple of weeks. I think Lee, with her polling, as she was talking about earlier today, and she's one of the best pollsters and analysts out there, kind of pointing out that this is a lot of noise to most of the voters. And I think that in terms of the back and forth on who's right and who's wrong, most of that is going to go by the wayside. The pro-Trump people are going to hear what they want to hear on this. The anti-Trump people are going to hear what they want to hear. But I think in large part, most of the voters, if this becomes a very personal name-calling back and forth that we've seen over the last 24 hours, I think that does nothing but to make those voters take a step back and kind of not dig deep into this.